Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, back again for another NHL 18 video, where today we are going to be talking about last week's gameplay features trailer that came out and talked about the new creative tactics, the defensive skill stick, the creative AI, and the authentic 3-on-3 for EASHL. Now I'm sorry I couldn't get this video out a little bit earlier for you guys, but that's because the trailer came out noon on Thursday, and I was in the midst of leaving for my flights to Vancouver to get my hands on with NHL 18 at the most recent Game Changers event. Now obviously I know some things about NHL 18 that you guys don't. I have some videos and footage planned in the works. I'm not able to release it as of yet, but when they give me the go, I will be able to show you guys and bring you some things I personally captured myself while at the studios. But as in regards to these 4 things that they talked about in the trailers, I'll briefly explain some of the things that they really didn't touch on all too much on the trailer, but I will be able to bring to you guys myself. And as well, I'll talk about my experience with this event as a whole at the end of the video, just because I didn't want to make a whole nother separate thing for it. But I'll just give you a little brief overview of, you know, what we did and my experience hanging out with the guys, since it was my first time to both Canada and the studios as a whole. But in any event, let's get to Big Ben Boss Ross and have him describe these new gameplay features.
NHL 18 is built for the new NHL, introducing all the speed, skill, and creativity that we see from the young superstars of the game. To do that, we've introduced 4 key components to our core gameplay in NHL 18. New creative attack deeks, the defensive skill stick, creative AI teammates, and authentic 3-on-3 EA Sports Hockey League games. There are a ton of new moves in NHL 18, including one-handed deeks, between-the-legs shots and passes, cheeky puck flips, and more. We've also added the ability to perform multiple deeks from the same stick position, giving you the control and freedom to react in the moment and gain that extra bit of space for a scoring chance. To counter the creative attack deeks, we're excited to introduce the all-new defensive skill stick. You can target your poke checks, keep your stick extended to angle off the attacker, and sweep your stick to cover a zone. You now have full control to read and react to offensive threats, and shut them down with defensive skill. Next, we've made significant changes to our artificial intelligence system that we're calling Creative AI. AI teammates are now better at finding you in breakout and transition opportunities through off-the-boards bank passing and lead passing. Your AI teammates will also use the same deking and defensive tools that you do, allowing for smarter plays up and down the ice. Finally, we've added the ability to play authentic 3-on-3 matches in EA Sports Hockey League. For our more competitive and skilled players, 3-on-3 hockey means more open ice to show off your skills and more risk versus reward decisions that will impact the outcome of the game. 3-on-3 ESHL is one of our most exciting and competitive arenas yet. In NHL 18, our gameplay is built for the new NHL.
Okay, so obviously we saw a lot of footage that we have seen in the teaser trailer way back when, a couple of more weeks ago, but there were some new footage in there that we could definitely look at. So first off, I'm going to take a look at the new creative tactics. Obviously you guys saw like the one-handed like pushes off to the sides, the through the leg moves, like the Forsberg move, the one-handed like mini windmills, the pullback Datsuki and toe drag snipes, everything like that, even the between the legs like fake that McDavid did, and then going into a backhand goal on the short side. All these new creative tactics are going to be able to give you that space in any mode that you look at, whether it be Hockey Ultimate Team, especially EASHL 3s, the 3-on-3 EASHL, when there's so much more ice available, you are going to be able to pull off these deeks in space and are able to hopefully make some really nice plays out of them. Most of them are pretty easy to do, some of them are more complicated to do. It's all about figuring out the right move to do at the right time in order to make that play happen in the offensive zone. Now, the one thing I really like about these deeks as opposed to NHL 17's deeks were that they were a little bit too predictable in NHL 17. If you know the moves in the game, then you can pretty much figure out where a player is going to go. If he's holding on his backhand, then you can pretty much almost figure out that like a windmill is coming, or the float over deke, or he's going to push off to the side or kick it on his skates. It's a lot of moves are predictable in NHL 17 for a person playing defense, whether he should step up for a hit or sit back and wait for the deke to happen and then make a play on it. in NHL 18, you're able to do so many different combinations of dekes, whether you're on your forehand or your backhand, that it's going to be difficult for a defender to actually figure out which way you're going to go and how to make a play in the offensive zone to get away from that defender. So I feel like all these creative attack dekes, however you use them, whether you're trying to make space, you're trying to make a deke on a goalie, or try to get around a defender, or just get away from a defender, in any circumstance, you'll be able to make space, you'll be able to get these dekes done, and hopefully make some really nice plays. But there's also that drawback side where if you're trying to pull off these dekes a little bit too much, you're going to pay for it in the offensive zone, whether they step up for a check. If you do the wrong move at the wrong time, defenders are going to make you pay, and you will lose the puck very, very easily if you don't pull off the right move at the right time. And speaking of pulling off the right moves at the right time, because they put in all these new crazy dekes that you guys are going to be able to do, I say new because some of them are new, some of them are not new, but with all the creativity that you guys are going to be able to have in the offensive zone, they needed to put something into the game to counterbalance that, and that's what the defensive skill stick really does. Having my experience with the defensive skill stick, it really does prevent some players from actually making certain plays. You'll be able to extend your stick out, you'll be able to sweep it back and forth, you'll be able to even make poke checks from that extended stick out in order to knock the puck off. So just because a defender has his stick out and is blocking a lane doesn't mean he can't still attack the player coming into the offensive zone. You're able to do a lot more different defensive tactics with the new defensive skill stick, rather than, oh, maybe I'm just going to straight up poke check this guy and get the puck off, or maybe I'm going to fake him out and try to sweep it back and forth and make him try to do something else. Or you could still continue to be aggressive by extending your stick out and trying to go for those poke checks, and then if you close off his space, it's really easy to exit from that defensive skill stick and then go right into a check to knock him off the puck and then transition the other way. So I feel like they created a really, really good balance between the creative attack dekes that you can do and the defensive skill stick that you guys will able to do as well. And it's very, very useful in 2-on-1s because you can still continue to have that stick out, turn your body the other way, even lay down to block the shot for like a 2-on-1 cross crease pass, as you guys saw with Seth Jones at that one point trying to block that pass off because he was in his extended stick mode, but then turned around, laid down the stick, and is able to block off that 2-on-1. Now, as we move on to the creative AI, oh man, is the AI ever more smarter this year, it seems. I really like the picture that they showed of how the different lanes of passes that the AI will be able to do. There wasn't much horizontal hockey as I saw. They always tried to make the best possible play that they can. They don't try to force passes. They try to lead the player the best way as possible, as you guys saw in that one clip where the San Jose Sharks defenseman, I think it was Paul Martin, the best option was to bank it off the boards and give that player a lead pass. You saw also in that clip with the Edmonton Oilers and the Nashville Predators. It was almost a 2-on-1, but the user player was in the middle and behind the two defensemen, so he sauces a pass to him on the far side of the net and he tucks it in for a goal. The most notable thing I can say about that clip was that the person didn't even call for the puck. The AI knew that that would be the best possible play, so he takes a chance and saucers the pass to him, and it ends up leading to a goal. So you will have to call for the puck in certain aspects, in order to create your own scoring chances, but the AI is a lot smarter this year, and they will do certain things, sometimes risky, sometimes just the smart play, and it will be able to pay off for you in the long run. If you're in the right position at the right time, the AI will definitely make sure to try to get you that puck as best as they possibly can, and they will make the smart play more than likely all the time. And then when we get to the 3-on-3 EASHL portion, where you can play with three skaters and a goaltender on each team, so really 4-on-4, but 3-on-3, that pretty much brings all of those things together with the creative attack dekes and the defensive skill stick. Because it's 3-on-3, each player has their own man to cover, but all that space out there on the ice is going to be able to give you so much opportunity to get the ability to pull off all these crazy dekes more often. with my own 3-on-3 creative, with my own 3-on-3 experience in the game, just playing it with the guys. So many odd man rushes, so many crazy plays that you can come up with, but that's what people like about 3-on-3 ASHL. A game that's set up like this is not meant to be a low scoring game. It's meant to be a high scoring game because you want to take chances and you want to be able to have that amount of space on the ice in order to make these plays. And even with the certain things that we saw in the trailer about the 3-on-3 EASHL, we were able to see some of the new customization options in EASHL with a bunch of more logos that we could see. The new arenas for EASHL as well look pretty awesome. The customizable goalposts as well look even pretty cool, from like yellow to white. And guys, we'll be able to have some free range for more customization in EASHL, which is always nice to see. And then we finally got also a customizable mascot for that team with like the eagle or the hawk logo right there, and he's showing off his excitement when his team did end up scoring a goal. So I feel like this trailer actually did a really good job of showing both how you can do the creative tactics and the defensive skill sticks and how they pretty much can counteract each other, as well as showing you how the new AI will be able to work with you better this year than you have in the past. And then once again, guys, with just the 3-on-3 EASHL that you're able to have only 3 skaters on each team out on the ice with no AI interfering at all, it's just fun. You don't have to worry about computer error being a cause for some mistake that you guys can see in game. It's all users out there on the ice, and it's all the matter of what your teammates do and what you can do out there in the 3-on-3 in order to help your team succeed the best way possible. And like I said, there's so much ice available, there's so much more room for you to make plays, and I think that's what a lot of people want. And it's going to be a fun aspect to it as well, especially with the NHL 3s, but I will talk about that at a later time. So that's pretty much just my review on the trailer, guys. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, the new creative deeks give you that opportunity to create space as well as be really fancy and confuse defenders about being less predictable out there on the ice. But then in contrast to that, the defensive skill stick will be able to help out those defensive players in ordering to stop those creative deeks and still maintaining that perfect balance in the game. And then the new AI system in the 3-on-3 EASHL is just something that people have been asking for, and that the AI will be a lot smarter this year to help you out and achieve what you want to achieve in a play, and you know, just overall being a much better computer to play with in a sense. So that's kind of my review on the trailer, giving my review of my experience with going to this whole event. Honestly, it was awesome. Me and the guys, you know, playing pretty much NHL 18 for 20 hours in 2 days is pretty amazing. Not 20 hours, should be like 24 hours because there were 2 12-hour days, 10 to 10 each day. It was freaking crazy. But yeah, just getting hands-on with it, just getting experience in every single mode and just playing the game so much, getting accustomed to the new deeks, getting accustomed to every new aspect that's into the game, and just having our pretty much free range with it of what we are able to do in the game this year is always nice to see. And just getting the experience to tell, you know, the developers of the game or just the producers of the game what we don't like and what we think we could do to help make certain aspects of these 4 new features into the game be more of a success. This is what I really liked about having this experience, just, you know, communicating with each other, communicating directly to the people that have an impact on the game, and telling them what we think would be a better, you know, better thing to do, or taking away something in order so it can be a much bigger success. Obviously, like I said, I'll have some footage to share with you guys in time when they give me the go. I will say though, I did have the opportunity to do a one-on-one interview with Dave Pritchard, who is the presentation producer on NHL 18. So I think I talked to him for almost a half an hour. He mainly was the presentation guy on NHL 3s, and we talked about what we will be able to see presentation-wise in NHL 3s, as well as the rest of the game in general. But I had a real fun time talking to him, and I really am excited to share that video with you guys when I am allowed to do so. I think it's really awesome. I will have some NHL 3s gameplay in the background when I am able to release that video for you guys. I think it's really awesome. Enjoyed talking to him, and it just really puts into perspective how much work does go into a game like this, and how they really think about these little aspects that you guys really don't see all too often in the game, but those little aspects can really make a huge difference on the game. But overall, it was a really fun weekend. It was awesome meeting everybody, all the game changers, even the 2 YouTubers. Shout out to TDI and Dolby-Sod, because they we were the only 3 guys, content creator, YouTuber wise, on this trip. No Nasher, unfortunately, or Cole, but still, it was an awesome time hanging out with everybody. And yeah, I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for the beta to come out, because it's going to be hard waiting these 2 weeks again without getting to play NHL 18 and having to play NHL 17 again. It's just like a totally different experience, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited to show you guys the footage that I did capture. And we also had a little EASHL 3-on-3 tournament, and I do have a final game from that tournament to show you guys as well, because my team was pretty good. Maybe won the championship, I don't know. Somebody might have spoiled that on Twitter, but in any case, I'll show you guys the final game from that tournament as well. So that's my opinions on the trailer. That's my opinions on the whole weekend. All in all, good trailer. Shows pretty much the flow that each of these new features will bring and how you can counteract them, as well as, you know, just the whole experience in and of itself. Hopefully I will be able to do it again. And hope you guys did enjoy this video, and well, once again, I can't say it enough, I'm excited to share with you guys the things that I was able to capture at this event, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.